Palestinians?
He didn't say that. He said the Saudis would come over to the West Bank.
Yeah, nobody wants to deal with them.
Well, you may think that now, but if Saudi wants to jump into bed with Israel, like it does with the Abraham Accords, it's going to have to take some control over those areas.
You're just dreaming. First of all, Iran is not going to fall. You know, Iran is a lot more.
Iran is going to fall. You're a moron.
Iran is going to fall, my friend. Iran is going to fall. No, I'm talking about the regime. I'm not talking about the regime is going to be wiped off the face of this planet.
There'll be reforms in Iran, I'm sure, but Iran itself is not going to go anywhere.
The day is coming.
Iran's going to be a puppet state for somebody. It's just a question of who.
I don't think. I don't think the Saudis will put like military. They might help in like education or health or. Like
okay, the Saudis are too busy being rich. They don't care about anything like that.
That's not
true. They care about security.
That's why they want to make a deal with Israel. They want
exactly.
Edward,
did you not know that the Saudis were literally working on a peace plan with the basic premise being 2 states?
No, they were not. They were not. They were only working, being pushed by the U.S. to Israel.
MBS.
And and Palestinians were being pushed out.
No, Edward, that was the deal that Israel. Can somebody find him this press? I can't do it right now. That literally they wanted to make a deal, but MBS said, I can't do this without having there be peace between the two. So let's work on making a peace plan.
There's more opportunity now for an Abraham Accords to actually go ahead than there ever has been before because of the October 7th.
Muslim fella.
Okay, well, even let's say you saying that, you still have to build a Palestinian nation.
Yeah, in good time.
They have to build it for themselves.
Saudis are powerful because they have historically dealt with America. That's what happens when you let the right Muslim in. You get America's support.
What do you mean? What do you mean the right Muslim? What do you mean the right Muslim?
The Muslims that sees the light side of right rather than the dark side of wrong. No, not the Jewish side. There is a right side to this issue and there is a wrong side to this issue. Are you telling me that Iran is not a bad player in the whole of the Middle East?
Everyone agrees that Iran is bad.
Come on, Edward. Come on, Edward. Come on, Edward. Edward, you know that Iran is a rogue.
In
militias. No, I want to hear how are they a bad player?
Investing in militias throughout the region to destabilize any government nearby.
One second. Let me try and reset.
How's that for one reason?
1 second, Maxine. Let me reset because I see that Caleb is also holding his hand. We will try to have kind of conversation, so no long speeches each one. So just kind of interject, but everybody try to kind of keep your points to like short, so we can kind of move the mic from people to people without having a cue or anything, okay? And try to not to deflect too much and logical forces and all that. No personal thing, please. Let's try to be productive. Thank you.
Sorry. What I meant when I said backing the right Muslim, I'm saying that the Muslim community is, by its nature, somewhat divisive and antagonistic to itself. They have debates that they have. Iran is utilizing terrorism to convey their side of the debate. Whereas Saudi Arabia, not to be, the only Sunni player in the field, Saudi Arabia, distinctive from other Muslims, has historically dealt with the West. Historically. They have a long, deep partnership. So what I'm saying is when you back Egypt or Libya or Syria or Iraq or Iran, these different movements that have tried to coalesce the Arab and Muslim world into something distinctive and their own, they often fail. Perhaps just America messes with it. Maybe they're messing with each other. I don't know. But Saudi Arabia has been a player for a very long time because they have dealt with America, which is why I'm saying they are the right Muslims to focus on.
Just interject when there's quiet.
Yeah, that's fine. Just on that very modest.
Let's assume we're like around the table and just like try not to hold the mic for too long.
For sure.
Let others speak. No, not you specifically. To everyone.
Yeah. Just Michael, I'm glad you clarified that. I think if anybody were to say the right to I think we would take offense. So I'm glad you clarified what you know. So right here means in the strategic interests of the United States, let's say, or of the West.
Can you mute your mic, Caleb? There's an echo. It's coming from Edward. Can you mute Edward while speaking?
Mute your phone.
Is that any better? Yeah. Oh, great. Anyway, Michael, I'm glad you clarified that because it was a bit of an inelegant phrase. I'm not trying to police anyone's speech, but it's good to know what you meant.
Edward, you wanted to respond before.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were talking to me. Say that again. I apologize.
No, it wasn't speaking. He was talking about the good Muslim, and then he kind of explained
it. So Saudi Arabia coming over or being involved. I mean, Saudi Arabia being involved. I would say is fine. It's feasible. Coming over and building a Palestinian nation. I believe that if a nation is going to be built, it should be done correctly. It should be done right, and it should be done by utilizing experts, no matter where they are around the world, because there's a lot that goes into building a nation. You have to set up auditing principles. You have to set up proper policing, which includes training. You have to set up all kinds of services, and governments aren't straightforward. I don't know how to set up a government. I still believe that we definitely would need experts, but I don't have an issue with Saudi Arabia being involved. I don't have an issue with any of the Middle Eastern nations being involved or Israel being involved. As long as there's a path forward, that would neutralize, to me, those that are bad actors. And honestly, if there's a path forward for peace, for a state that is Palestinian, that is secured, that would not that would really take away any power on the ground that Iran would currently has. I just don't see how Iran would even be a threat if there was a Palestine, because nobody would be going after Israel, and anybody that does would be doing it, going after a nation that has been accepted into the sort of Middle Eastern club, and I think there'd be a lot of issues that would be solved if there was a Palestinian state, but it would not be solved if with the hatred and going back and forth. And I am not a Hamas supporter.
It needs to come externally to the Palestinians. Like, it seems like they will resist and will not create their own state, and it needs to be done by others,
Well, Palestinians would have to work hard to build the state. Yes, they would have to work hard on the ground, but Palestinians internally, you can't build a state unless you've had a state to begin with. It's not.
But this is how This is how states are created. It's like from you're kind of asking.
Yes.
To kind of get a state that other people will kind of build the state for you in a way of the infrastructure.
Not build.
The infrastructure.
Daniel, think of consulting.
Not the concrete.
Think of consulting.
Consulting to who?
To the Palestinians. It would have to be a supervisory role / consultant.
To who in the
It
Palestinians?
would be various NGOs. It would be like self-governmental organizations. It would be.
I wouldn't want that.
All kinds of things.
I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want all that bureaucracy. I think that would be counterproductive. I would like to see a group of experts that will work closely with Palestinians and Israelis.
Palestinian experts?
You said Palestinian experts?
Yeah, I'm asking.
I mean, there will be Palestinian experts involved, but what I'm talking about here would probably have to come, most of them, from the outside.
So do you want to see the erasure of the Palestinian Authority? You think they should go away?
Well, the Palestinian Authority would be, yes, definitely would not exist. But the people that are in the Palestinian Authority, I don't know, I'm guessing here, half of them are probably decent and will be a part of the new government.
Do you think the Palestinian Authority would ever agree to be disbanded?
Yes. Yes, they would. They know that the Palestinians, they have no legitimacy, no credibility. Nobody wants them there. They know this.
Edward, not in a million years. Not in a million years.
No,
there will be a bloodshed once you try to move them.
No.
Come on, yeah, it's like you're talking nonsense.
No.
There will be a bloodshed.
No, I'm not
you think they will leave their position of power by themselves because there is a technocrats that want to move them?
They don't have power. They don't have power. I mean,
of course they have power.
They have absolute
they have power through Israel.
Absolute governmental power.
Yes, but through Israel.
No, sir.
Through Israel.
No,
That's
sir.
it.
It's not through Israel.
No, Israel does not give them power. They have power. They will never, ever relent and give up power just because some other government that you think is nicer just comes in and says, hey, we'll take it over for you. No problem.
It's going to be a transformation. I would say half the people from the Palestinian Authority would come in to the new government, and I'm talking about a period of a decade. This would have to take place as the new nation.
Do you think the Palestinian people will wait a decade for this slow process to happen?
Oh, if there's a path forward and something signed, absolutely, 100%.
There was a transition
100%.
of power
Because this is proven before Oslo, or during Oslo, before anything was really getting started. So much money from the diaspora, Palestinians from the West, were coming in, and there was, just excitement that there's going to be peace. There's going to be a nation that we can call our own. So this has already been proven that if there's just a path forward is enough to end the violence.
Of course, Yasser Arafat, right after he signed the peace agreement, he went to a mosque in Johannesburg and said to everyone, Hudaybiyah. You know what Hudaybiyah is, Edward? Fake peace. Fake peace.
Yeah. So
he told them fake peace. And after that, there was a transition of government from the Palestinian Authority to Hamas. You know how the transition went? When they threw the people from the roof, when they threw them to a motorcycle and drove around the city.
The PLO started that war with Hamas.
So you justify that they threw them from the roof?
No, I'm not justifying that.
It was not the PLO. It was the Palestinian Authority. It was literally the Palestinian Authority when they were voted out of office. The PA, which was the Fatah party.
Yes.
They're the ones that
which is the same as the PLO. No,
there's a distinction that's different, but they're different names. They're the same people, obviously, but they're different names. But he's going to catch you on that, so you have to stick with it. But they were literally the people who decided we're taking out Hamas, even though Hamas won. And you think they're going to give up power just because the Palestinian people want them to? Really, Edward?
The government of the current government now has known for years that the Palestinian people, like 95% plus, do not want them in power, and the first thing they're going to do is probably flee the area when there's peace, or Mahmoud Abbas may help sign the peace treaty,
and that might sign a peace treaty to get rid of his party and his cronies from office.
1488. He doesn't really have. He's not looking for power. He was looking. Him and his cronies are looking for money.
Are you serious? They're not looking for money is power. That's why they want to be in.
No, they have the money. They've been there for. They have the money, and they're not gonna go. I don't know how that's going to play out if they're going to be allowed to stay there or not. But if they are, they are.
I don't even know how we're still continuing.
No, I'm sorry. When I say stay there, I mean stay in the West Bank. If there is a path forward, and there's a peace treaty, and we're moving towards a state, the PA may, majority of them may still stay there, or Palestinians may revolt still and kick them all out. I don't know how that's going to work, but I could tell you that they will not be in power. And that's a Palestinian.
Edward, you're not Palestinian, are you, Edward?
I am Palestinian.
Okay, so this is something, I mean, we sort of made the similar mistake that we made in Vietnam, in that we really don't understand the Palestinian society. And so far, in my relationships with Arab people and my experience in Israel and Palestine, the only thing I can see is that the society is organized around families, which we could also call clans. Does that sound accurate to you?
Hamulos.
Families? Palestinians.
I'm calling them clans or families.
Yeah, but no, Palestinians are more, I want to say, cosmopolitan than that, because of the holy sites, because of all the tourism. So and Palestinians are sort of spread all over the world. So they're,
those living in Gaza, for example.
Gaza's separate because they've been cut off for 17 years. They're their own. I don't know anything about Gaza, the Gazan society. Like, I don't know anything.
Let's talk about the West Bank for a second. How is it organized? Like,
Judea and Samaria.
Who's running things in Judea and Samaria, or the West Bank?
Well, it's cut up into zones, but the Palestinian Authority, and honestly, it's the Palestinians mostly governing themselves for the most part. But the Palestinian Authority, to keep to keep order, to keep law and order within the Palestinian society, it's adapted that way.
Who distributes money, or who?
The Palestinian government, the Palestinian Authority.
Yeah, and what about like in area B and C? Still?
Yes, B and C. Yes. The only thing B and C are different is when it comes to security and control over security type of thing.
Do you think that the Palestinian people want democracy, or a king, or both, or what do they want? I have learned the only. I mean, I would not.
Can't believe they kicked me, those bastards. So lame. But I was interested to hear what he was going to say.
The people are really good at debating. I mean, I understand that they spend most of their time focusing on the philosophical arguments, but I just think that there are a lot of other arguments that are perhaps not as philosophical that I think are even better when it comes to sort of arguing against theists in general, I would say. Do you know who Skydive Phil is, for example? Does anyone know him?
No, I don't think I know.
I'll send his YouTube channel there.
I know that they don't accept
You
even
can't tell
Ramallah.
me Palestinians are not secular. They're if anything, they're way too secular. Actually, they were
secular.
Palestinians were extremely liberal back in the 1960s.
In Hebron, they are secular.
I don't know Hebron. Well, Hebron may be different because
you have no idea, Edward. You're just bubbling. You have no idea.
Hebron is different because the Israelis are in control of Hebron.
Listen, Edward, you don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. Hebron is super religious, and they left about the people in Ramallah because Ramallah is too secular. And I tell you another thing. You're saying that they're globalists and they're open to war. You know that, like, 6 kilometers from Hebron, there is a refugee camp which is called El Fawar. And now you might ask yourself, why there is a refugee camp inside the Palestinian Authority? Why they can't just go into Hebron? You know why? Because they treat those, they say, Adam Mishminna. They are not from ours. So you see, people in refugee camps a few miles from Hebron, they don't marry them. So what are you talking about?
I don't
You
understand what
never
you're
been
talking
to the
about.
area. You're talking about facts that doesn't exist in the area.
What facts? What are you talking about? Hebron is different
They're not marrying people from refugee camps 6 kilometers from them. What are you talking about? They don't they left about Ramallah. They're laughing about him.
New York City.
They're
New York
super
City
religious.
New York City is different than Atlanta, Georgia. What's your point?
My point is not the same people.
It's the same people.
No, it's not the same people. They're not marrying each other. Like in New York, people will marry someone from Atlanta. In Philadelphia, people will marry someone from Texas. I'm telling you, in Hebron,
Orthodox
like you've been near Hebron. What are you facing? What are you talking about?
Hello, ultra-Orthodox Jews in Israel versus atheist Jews in Israel.
This is not the same. You know why?
Oh, it's not.
You know why? You know why? Because if I'll be ultra-Orthodox, I'll marry them. They will not marry someone from
then I'll diffuse your logic too.
From Ramallah.
I'll diffuse your logic. I'll marry a Hebron woman.
But you're not representing anyone.
Okay, neither are you.
Where do you live? You live in the United States. You're another Palestinian from the United States.
You're not representing anybody.
That doesn't know the Palestinians that live here. That doesn't know what they think.
I represent Palestinians.
That doesn't understand anything.
That's a lie. You don't even speak their language.
Okay, then he's a liar.
He's not a liar.
I mean, you can't have either both ways or no ways. Sorry. You know,
you just don't care about the people that are actually there dealing with this day to day. You just want to say your own fucking thing.
Technocrat is a fool.
How do you know what I care about and don't care about? I have family there. What are you talking about?
Okay, so why don't you care about the distinctions between Ramallah, Hebron, and Gaza?
After the pandemic, this has been going on for years.
I thought your family was there.
Especially when it's cold because they are homeless.
Sounds like you don't care.
If there's distinctions, what's your point? I don't understand. Like I said, distinctions here in the U.S. East Coast,
it's a distinction that they will not accept someone from outside. They are tribal. The Middle East is tribal.
No, they're not tribal.
Look like a Qatar Edward. You don't know the Middle East. You live too much time in the United States.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
You have no idea. I'm talking nonsense for an hour.
Lived in the West Bank?
Nonsense for an hour. Let me tell you something. The only place that there isn't problem in the Middle East is where you have one single tribe. Look at El Tamimi, Qatar, and Saudi in Saudi Arabia.
We don't have
what
tribes.
Are you talking about? What
we don't have tribes.
Combines the Palestinians other than hate
you don't know what you're saying.
Israel and other than
made up of multiple tribes. What are you talking about?
The Israel state. You are inventing people that doesn't exist. You're bringing that technocrat that doesn't exist. You're talking about like they're open to affection that doesn't exist. You are talking like so much things that doesn't hold in reality. Come on.
Yes, it's reality because it's coming out of your mouth.
It's reality because we live here. We live here.
No, you don't live in Palestinian areas. You're not
Palestinians are talking to me, and Palestinians don't want two-state solution. Only you, Edward, the Democratic Party wants two-state solution.
Okay.
That this is what you need to understand.
Okay,
and like you're inventing Palestinian people that doesn't exist.
Okay. You're inventing tribes. We don't have tribes.
Oh, no, we don't have.
Isn't it possible that both of you have a piece of the puzzle? Isn't it possible that you both have a piece of the puzzle?
Yes.
Probably is it. I mean, right now, you're more like a diaspora Jew like I am. Except you're a diaspora Palestinian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. I would agree with that. I would say though that Saudi Arabia is made up of multiple tribes, so tribes really doesn't have anything to do with
the dominant tribe? You heard about the Saudi tribe?
Yes, that is the dominant tribe.
Yeah, and what happened in Qatar? What is the dominant tribe in Qatar? What happens in Libya? How many tribes are there in Libya? All the Middle East is built from tribes, and also Palestinians have tribes.
No,
you know that like you know Muhammad Def, right? It's not an Israel name. You know what Def mean in Arabic? Def is a guest. You know what's his real family name? El Masri. What is El Masri? You know?
Who is this now?
Muhammad Def. I'm asking him about Muhammad Def. Who is Muhammad Def? El Masri is Egyptian. Like the Palestinian is combined from a lot of mini tribes, a lot of mini clans that exist. And if you want to bring Edward, if you want to bring someone from outside, you want to bring some technocrats, and you think that they're all going to say, of course, you're the technocrats coming from us.
Okay,
You think
let me just
the Palestinian
say something. Let me just say something.
You think the Palestinian Authority, one last sentence, you think that the people from the Palestinian Authority, once Mahmoud Abbas is dying, Abu Mazen, once he's dying, you can be sure that there will be a bloodshed, because everyone has its own people, and they will fight each other until one of them will catch the throne, let's call it.
So that's not really how Palestinians do things. They're not going to have a civil war with each other. Fatah and Hamas did.
They didn't do it in Gaza.
Huh?
They didn't do it in Gaza. Yeah.
What do you mean? Gaza? What do you mean? Can you elaborate?
In Gaza, there wasn't any war, right? They didn't fight each other.
Right.
Really, Hamas and Palestinians didn't fight each other.
I thought you were saying, okay. No, I'm sure they fought each other.
They did, and they had a civil war.
No. What I'm saying is Hamas and Fatah had a civil war. I don't know if you would call it a civil war, because it didn't involve all the Palestinians. It just involved the two groups fighting over power. Palestinians generally are not going to get into this bloody, like, all of Palestine is not going to fight each other like that. I mean, they're too Western oriented to do stuff like that. Generally speaking, Fatah and Hamas. I mean, these groups are there these clans that you speak of? Yeah, I'm sure they're dotted here and there. I don't think they're that important. I don't think they're relevant to the Palestinian. I shouldn't say that. I don't think they're not a controlling or a driving force within Palestinian culture. And plus, you have such a huge diaspora outside of the Palestinians in the West Bank. It will stabilize.
Who cares about the diaspora? The people that are deciding are the Palestinians that lives here. Who cares, Edward, if you want to live in peace, if the Palestinians next to me, like 5 miles from me, want to kill me? So what's the difference?
Well, Rotem, the diaspora is getting the message out to the outside world. Now, maybe it's the wrong message, like this whole two-state solution, but it's like the diaspora that's at the United Nations.
Norm, didn't you hear? We don't want 2 states, we want 48.
Who said? Well, okay. There are Palestinians.
I have heard it. I don't think they do want a 2-state either. By the way,
there are people that say that they want it 1 state, and there are people that say that they want 2 states. There are people that say they're fine with Israel giving Palestinians citizenship, and there are those that say 2 states. I'm more about 2 states than 1 state.
And give me one leader that supports you, Edward.
What do you mean that supports me? Like, I don't know.
One leader that supports 2 states. Give me name of one leader that supports 2 states.
Why do I have to give you a leader's name?
Because
why do I have to come up with a leader for this?
We will make peace, Edward.
Okay. You think there isn't people in the Palestinian culture that want a nation and want to live in peace
But this is exactly the point
that
that we were
want
trying
to
to
attack
make.
Israel? Do you think we just?
This is the point that we're trying to make. That who is the partner that we are supposed to go to peace with? This is exactly the point that I think that you're missing.
Okay, that is not a proper question. That is not a relevant question right now until we actually have a path forward where
try to understand, but in order for us, you say we, and you are like missing that, to have a we, it's more than just Israel. Israel and the Palestinian is a title. But I told you, if we go next month and we say, let's meet in a neutral area and let's have a discussion, we'll send a team of technocrats, you will send. But who are we calling? This is what you need to understand. At least try to understand the way that Israel sees it. The way that Israel sees it, and maybe it's something you can resolve. Like, here is who represents us. This is our leader. This is who will speak for us. We agree with him. And he wants peace. And then we can meet. But until that, it's like you want us. You cannot.
We would have to have somebody.
But you don't. But then you will kind of fight back. And
that's not true. I'm not saying that.
So the question is just because I maybe it was too long. At the end of the speech, the question is, who are we talking to? Who is our partner?
Well, the first people that you'll be talking to.
No, but let him answer. Yeah.
The first people you'll be talking to will be probably the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. Those are who you'll be talking to, and U.S. and Saudi Arabia will work with the Palestinians.
With who?
Huh?
Who are the Palestinians? Who are the?
I'm saying to work with the Palestinians in the West Bank. To have a like you said, a leader or someone that will speak for the Palestinians.
There is a delegation from the United States and Saudi Arabia.
That was the closest.
But that's how it's going to work.
Saudi Arabia. They come to the West Bank, okay? A delegation from U.S. and Saudi Arabia. They will meet who?
That's what I'm telling you. It's going to be the U.S. and Saudi Arabia that will probably have to approve, whoever it's going to be. I mean, I'm sure they know.
Edward, the question, I think the question is, who is the person that is justifiably will represent the Palestinians?
So that's what I'm saying.
The one who represents the true common consensus Palestinian voice.
So what I'm saying is, I can't give you a name. I don't know who that person is going to be. But what I'm saying is, what is floated around is either a technocratic government to start with a board of 5 or 6 people that are PhDs type of people temporarily, or have the Palestinian Authority.
Does he round up?
I want to answer the question
to do his will.
I want to answer. Respectfully, you're not answering the question. I'm not asking about what type of the government there will be.
He was very honest. He said he doesn't know. He was very honest. I'm trying to answer the question the best I can. I'm saying it's not up to me. It's going to be up to, honestly, the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. It's probably not going to be, it's not going to be up to the Palestinians. It's just the way things work. I mean, it's going to be up to whoever the U.S. and Saudi Arabia decide, and it's going to be the type of government that they'll decide what kind of government that we will have. That's just how politics work.
Well, the question is not about what are the power dynamics and who are the political leaders at the moment. The question is, let me clarify, and I think this is what Daniel tried to ask. In a hypothetical world, right, in which there is one person that represents the Israelis and one person that represents the Palestinians, in the sitting around the negotiation table about, how many refugees, how to resolve the refugee problem, what will be the borders between Israel and Palestine. Supposedly, we're talking about a 2-state solution, and so on and so forth. Who will be the person that will represent the Palestinians? You said you don't know. Right?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't think it's going to be up totally. It won't be totally up to the Palestinians.
Edward, no, but I'm asking in this hypothetical, world.
If I have somebody in mind,
there are 2 people. Yeah. Because Edward, we also don't know.
Right. No, I don't.
Yeah, this is what we're saying. We don't know. We don't see this part that you are talking or the people are talking about.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I understand that that we don't have somebody. I mean, right now.
Evolutionary standpoint, right? Like babies who don't suckle, they're like if they can't feed, then they're going to eventually, that's the end of them, like if you don't eat, you're going to die. So then evolutionarily, the babies who suckle right away, it's more intrinsic, they're going to have, I guess, like better evolved genetics essentially, because they're going to be more likely to survive, and then they will pass on those genetics, have other children who, if they have those same intrinsic, like being able to suckle right away, then they're going to have more likelihood to be able to have survival. Same thing with like monkeys, like they have really strong grips because evolutionarily, like they have to hold on to the backs of the mothers, and if they don't hold on, they're going to fall and they're going to die. So I feel like there are certain things that might come more intrinsically naturally to certain animals or certain people, and those traits that are better for their survival, I feel like are going to be passed down. So then I feel like over time, it's just going to be very, very natural for more babies to suckle, but at the same time,
Is she breaking up?
So I don't know if it's like the
Yeah, for a second there.
Yeah, you were breaking up. I think we heard that it's natural for the babies. So it sounded like you were just talking about like Darwinism or something like that, right? The babies who can, let's say, are better, are the animals or the species that have their young better able to suckle sooner, thrive more often, something to that effect.
Yeah, and it still also then goes to like they might intrinsically be better off to do that right away, but yet you still have to give them something. You still have to give them like your finger or the bottle or your nipple, and it's still like they might have that intrinsic like desire for the suckling, but yet it still has to be introduced to them. So that's where I feel like I can understand what Baba is saying with like, yes, but we still have to do something to show them that that's what they need to do to survive. So it's kind of like, and then simultaneously by having that experience, suckling, and then getting the benefit out of it and getting that reward of being fed, then you are simultaneously learning that when you're hungry, that's what you do to eat.
Please come home, yeah. I got beans and blow, yeah. Please come home, yeah. I got beans and blow, yeah. Please come home, yeah. I got beans and blow, yeah. I got Please come home, yeah. I got beans and balloon, yeah.
There is definitely, I would say, deep indoctrination in Gaza.
Well, by the way, were Gaza and Judea and Samaria or the West Bank or that territory, were they ever contiguous? Was it ever like sort of possible to easily pass from one to the other?
I mean,
yes,
by
because,
road.
yes, like in the 80s, for example, 70s.
Yeah.
You could just drive. You could drive across Israel and no problem.
Yes, yes.
Up to the 90s, really. Yeah, I mean, up to the late 90s.
Also to Gaza.
Huh? Yeah.
Also from Gaza.
After Ariel Sharon took power, that's when Palestinians got really scared. And that's when...
what were they scared of?
And then Intifada 1, Intifada 2, and then checkpoints, borders, war, all those things getting better and better.
But, you know, I mean, this isn't going to be solved overnight, but I just, you know, the big thing here is Palestinians in the West Bank aren't there, and it is not their job, and it's not what they want to do, is to kill Jews and hate Jews. That's not what that's not what they're put on this planet to do. That's not what their role is. That's not what their calling is. You know,
I hear you, but you have the good life, like the Arabs that are in Israel.
That's the thing, yeah.
But the question to me is there anything that I say the world, Israel, could give them that would make them say, okay, now this is good. Now we're happy. Now,
like I said earlier, Norm, you were in here. Just a path forward where there's actually a solidified. It's going to take a decade at least to build a nation. You know, you can't just build a nation overnight, right? But just having that path forward is enough for Palestinians, and that's already been proven in the early 1990s, right before Oslo and in the beginning of Oslo. There was like a huge, economic boom in the West Bank, and everybody was happy, and it was very, very peaceful. As a matter of fact, Israeli police trained Palestinian police, and they were working together daily. We were on our way, but it didn't work out. But hopefully,
it didn't work out now because there were subversive forces that wanted to destroy Oslo.
So Yasser Arafat was a thug. Palestinians have said this. The majority of Palestinians believe this. So he brought over, and with the help of the U.S., by the way, brought over from where do you come from? Tunisia at the time.
I think that's right. I think it was Tunis. Yeah. I think that's right.
I would say half to 75% of those. He brought over over 10,000 people with him. Weren't even Palestinian. They were Tunisians, and they were Tunisian thugs. They were just gangsters, and they came over, and Palestinians literally were being tortured, were being killed, tortured, surveyed by the Palestinian Authority.
So you're saying that there was a repressive government imposed on them?
Oh my God. Very, very oppressive. They were hanging people by their hands, on the ceiling and in the police stations and beating them.
So we judged him completely wrong. He fooled us, and we misread him entirely.
Yasser Arafat. I don't know how he was a freedom. He was a freedom fighter. That's what they called him, and then turned statesman. But I guess he didn't turn statesman. I don't know. It wasn't Palestinians that brought him over. It wasn't Palestinians that did it.
The reason why, quote unquote, they brought him over was the same reason why we're saying now, who are we supposed to talk to? Right? Like, who do you put in that chair?
And you want others to bring, so this is exactly where we'll end up.
I didn't say I want others to bring. I say the reality is that it's, again, not going to be Palestinians really choosing. It's going to be the U.S. dictating or choosing.
Questions, you want to fight? Get down your motherfucking way down, bitch! Then fuck you up. Hello? Hello? You know, slut? You fucked up, bitch.
Bro, stay
I'm
out
not
of
done.
it, man.
I'm not done, bitch. I got my Tim's on your face. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You ain't gotta shit on the fucking homeless man's shoes. Cause that's what you was trying to do. Save a nigga that might be homeless. That nigga said he was sitting in his car and popping bottles at the motherfucking club, bitch. Mind your motherfucking business. You always inserting your motherfucking self. You came, yeah, get the fuck up, bitch. Fuck that. Where the fuck the bitch go? What are you talking about? Mind your business, bitch. Always want to be the one to come on stage asking why people gotta ask questions. Cause they is. Cause we are. And what the fuck are you gonna do about it?
Why you tell her clean her trunk out, though?
Dirty bitch.
That was too stupid. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Okay, now that
y'all need to learn how to moderate y'all.
Hold on, that ugly bitch just walked back in here.
Y'all don't know how to
Bitch, go the fuck on mute.
She said,
hey Queen, how are you? That's so good. I'm so glad. I miss you so much. Bookie bye.
What happened?
Oh, that bitch inserted herself like the donkey she is. The fuck?
God damn.
I don't have nothing to say. I'm actually washing dishes. I can't talk right now. I'm listening.
PTR the dishes. PTR the dishes.
No thanks. Just get back to the topic. Can I get a reset?
Well, shit, it ain't no reset. And look, Jose, you should already know this, bro. Look, if I'm running a room, bro, I'm gonna let these motherfuckers fight. I'm not with all that pussy ass shit the other folk be doing. Don't want nobody to get their shit off. I ain't stopping shit.
Free the real.
That's it. They can argue all they motherfucking want.
I just wanted him to answer our questions, and she tried to interrupt us. That wasn't nice. She gotta be minding her business.
I mean, she probably didn't like the question you was finna ask.
I mean, she wanted to suck your dick. She didn't have to interrupt her. She could have been like, no way, Jose. First of all, fat bitch. I know you're a fat bitch. That's why you hiding your motherfucking face. No way, Jose. I would have spit on you if you was on motherfucking fire out this bitch. I was just asking a motherfucking question. So she could have just minded her motherfucking business like the rest of the people in the group. But no, she wanted to insert herself. That's all, Jose. Ain't no shade towards you. You was being honest about your questions. And it's like she trying to come and save you, right? Like, you didn't need no saving.
Why you won't take me down?
Oh, hello?
Fucked up.
Oh my God.
Me, that's fucked up.
I don't even know where that came from. Yo, Kim, go shut the fuck up.
Nah, this ain't got nothing to do with me.
What you laughing for? I didn't hear that. I'm deaf. I took my hearing aid out. So I didn't even hear the rest of it.
Nah, you heard what you said.
I don't have the cookies.
Oh, you see that room? You see that? When a black man don't want to argue with these black women and he want to show love, they don't know how to handle that conversation. See, these women used to chaotic niggas and shit.
Oh, here you go.
Now, don't freeze up now.
It's not even that. Like, I'm just not interested, and I don't have to be mean about that.
But you gotta say that, though. Y'all all gonna say that in these rooms.
What? I'm not interested?
Y'all all gonna say that. But when we see the niggas drop
hold on. King, don't put me in that category. You can't.
No, what I'm saying, though, but hold on, but listen, I mean, we saw the documents last night. We see who these bitches is dating.
But these bitches don't pertain to me.
Did you see that nigga?
I was asleep.
Did you see that nigga? Man, that nigga had his arms out, bro, with a fucking polo shirt that's tucked in. Like, fuck you.
That nigga had his arms crossed like he was big boss.
He had a goodwill battle.
That nigga said, I ain't fresh. I'm fucking crying, no, but I'm straight. I don't know.
Jay. You gotta chill out, MJ.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Starscream, you know what, Starscream? I'm glad you're here because I think that are the perfect person to answer this question. So start screen. Listen, start screen. Listen. This is dead ass.
Just to get set up for some dumb shit.
No, you're not set up, bro. Look, start screen. I'm asking you title of the room, bro. That's all I'm asking. I ain't asking you no bullshit.
I didn't even watch the title when I clicked into this room.
Why start screen? Can you answer that?
Oh, y'all niggas is messy, man.
Starscream, you're the last person to call somebody messy, though. Hello?
I can't.
Wait. Hold up. Now let me say this, because y'all haven't been around. And I'm only speaking on the truth. A lot of y'all motherfuckers don't really know this shit, bro. Bro is actually on defense.
Starscream be having his way, clearly.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Dog is actually on defense. You had to be there to know that. Now, all the other wild shit y'all say he did, I'm not speaking on that. But I'm talking about what I know for a fact. You know how I know? Because it originated in my house. That's how I know that. Bruh is actually on defense. So if you speaking about what I think you're speaking about, nah, dog ain't messy. Dog playing defense, dog. Motherfucker scored 20 on him. He trying to put up 50. That's it.
I already put up 100. I don't think I'll put up more.
But yeah, start screen. Why do people? why do they catfish start screen? Like, why do you think they do that?
Yeah, that's crazy because we were just talking about this shit earlier. I feel like sometimes people just want to come in and be regular, bro. They don't want to be necessarily judged, or they want to be looked at in a certain way. And a lot of people got problems now. You know, we got mental health shit. We got other shit, but we got regular people, because I had to bring it up. Niggas, everybody love PhD. He a big nigga. You know what I'm saying? But some women, I guess, for them, it's a little different, I guess, because they definitely want to take these pictures. I done got catfished on here a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? I almost got dick fished.
Who catfished you?
Oh, no. I'm not gonna say who catfished.
But you just say it. Why you can't just tell the people?
It's not.
We deserve to know. This is public information.
It's not who y'all think I'm talking about, not that nobody.
I'm not thinking about nobody. I just want to hear you tell your story, sir.
Just know it's a brown skin person. Like brown, like your person brown, not no yellow person at all. But I'm just saying, like, niggas can't get dick fished. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta dick fished. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
Yeah, these bitches is dick fishes. I ain't gonna lie to you. They'll try to fish for your dick.
This is really nasty.
I'm just keeping it real, bro. The bitches are cat.
Too deep into this clubhouse shit.
Bro, it's not even being deep. It's just by accidental shit. You talking to a bitch talk to you on this shit. You see the bitch PTR. You go to the Instagram there. Now, of course, the first natural reaction, nigga, is FaceTime. Bitch, I gotta see you on FaceTime. You want to tell all this freaky shit, bitch? Do it on FaceTime, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that.
While I'm at the clubs, I
get on FaceTime with these. So you know what's crazy? These modern day bitches is very innovative. You know what I'm saying? Because these bitches know how to angle themselves on FaceTime to hide shit.
Didn't I just say that, Smoke? Did I not say that? I literally said that.
So people y'all be on FaceTime with these women and y'all don't be knowing how they look for real?
My nigga, you could see them on
FaceTime. I got a trick.
One thing to see a
how
person
about you get on FaceTime right now?
Is one thing.
I always FaceTime you. So didn't you say you be do y'all be FaceTiming Juliet?
Do I FaceTime Juliet? Not personally. I don't know about Haas and them. I think Haas or one of them FaceTime Juliet.
Come on now, be honest.
Like y'all really friends?
I'm being, Asia, you ain't gonna drag me into your shit, man. You stay away from me with that bullshit.
I'm not dragging you into nothing. I'm not dragging it. I'm not putting nobody in anything. You hear me? But y'all keep giving this fucking fat, blow-faced bitch a motherfucking voice, and she looked like that. I'm just appalled at this moment.
All the people that hate.
No, it's niggas like you. It's niggas like you and content for Sean. You know, you thirsty niggas. It's niggas like y'all. It's niggas like y'all.
And my point is this, Asian. At the end of the day, if y'all so
content girlfriend.
Oh,
content girlfriend? Who content?
The only reason why y'all see my face because
I was never content girlfriend. That was a troll. Come on now. I was trolling like fuck, man. Do y'all see how that man look?
Abby, if you go look at my.
Clyde, and that many, perhaps nearly all, car accidents with a single occupant were camouflage suicides. He mentioned it more than once.
Let's move on to the next thing. Isme to malaki, there's no point debating. The second point which the Sanonia was saying, that I think was more interesting about GST. GST will have a problem not with the GST. See, GST even Congress proposed and we all for it. Problem was the manner of implementation, the timing of implementation. When the economy was suffering from the severe shock already, right? When the force that drives in the economy, which is the informal economy, which has made it the richest economy in the world from about 1,000 years before British colonized us, that was in the strength of the artisans and the other people in the informal economy. That economy, which provides for 90% of the employment of the total employment, right? So that one suffered, and immediately after that you do GST, and in a very short manner. Problem is the manner of implementation. So this is long discussion. Number one, that number one, they had to make roughly around 1,000 changes to it, right? So that itself says there is something terribly wrong with the way they implemented. Otherwise, they would not have needed to make 1,000 amendments, right?
Government is still adjusting the slab rates.
So what?
Exactly.
We have to adjust policy based on
that. Are you trying to say if your point is Modi is gone, then I have no argument.
No, the point of the matter is you're saying that there's a pragmatic, sensible government that is responding to real life reactions from a policy, right? So if they need to make changes nobody's saying that GST is nobody's saying that GST is a panacea, that it will solve everything, that it's somehow the holy grail of taxation legislation and policy, right? But your argument is that
expectation of GST.
No, it's not.
That's why it was being delayed so long, right?
No,
that's why it was being delayed.
So everybody knows. I mean, you know that legislation is always a work in progress. That you have to make tweaks as you go on, based on how the market reacts, based on how the economy reacts. That does not mean it lacks.
During the UPA phase, why was it being? Listen for a second.
I'm not. One by one. Listen, please listen to Mr. Raja. Let him finish the argument. Then you speak. All right. Thank you.
GST was not something new suddenly.
No, Raja, he said.
Listen for a second.
He said that I can.
Don't interrupt, please. Let Mr. Raja's finished statement.
No, but
then you can go on. Please. My request. All right. Thank you.
Well,
yes, Mr. Raja, go on.
Okay.
Yeah, GST was not something new suddenly that came out of nowhere, right? It was in proposal since NDA 1. It was continuously being delayed because there was no consensus on the policy itself. And now suddenly this government came up with whatever it is, let us go ahead. And then it started being a knee-jerk reaction to what the response on from the economy. That's what everybody is trying to say. It's a bad implementation manner. That's where it is right.
So basically, again, this is what I'm saying. You're saying that because retroactively there were adjustments made to the GST policy, that somehow it was badly or poorly implemented. That is simply a nonsense. Just
because you make revisions to a policy or legislation, taxation policy retroactively, does not mean that it was poorly implemented. What this signifies is that the government, the monetary policy that it's implementing, taxation policy that it's implementing, is the government is analyzing what is the real life impact and adjusting based on that. It is using what it knows as a way to guide policy going forward. As you mentioned, the Congress Party had envisioned GST, but they never got down to work to figure out how they could actually implement it and didn't have the guts to do it, right? If you start at a base point and refine slowly, as you're arguing the government did, it is not a botched implementation. That is how you get to good policy. And we've seen.
Okay. उसको नहीं आती यार कोई बात नहीं तो
हिंदी क्यों लाते हो
हाँ ठीक है यार बोलने दो हाँ कोई बात नहीं उसको नहीं आती अरे नहीं यार उसको नहीं आती ऐसा नहीं करते उसको नहीं आती नहीं बोल पाता उसमें
ये तो सर देखो डिसरिस्पेक्ट आ
नहीं यार जब तुम बात होती है सारे बोलते go back to your country you should also go back to your country
TJ could you please stop don't do this he is arguing and we should listen to him
अपनी बात रखते हैं
अच्छा जय
बिल्कुल हाँ तो हाँ जय श्री राम okay yes, go on. So see, have you heard your argument? Your argument is that basically is that it is not a bot. Don't come down to his level. ये तो जादू हो गया चल कोई बात नहीं
उनके मुंह में रोटी का टुकड़ा था जब तक वो नीचे गया ना जब तक उन्होंने काम करके डीजे को वापस दे दिया डीजे जी को
okay चलो that was fun okay so anyway so हाँ बात रख दी आपने तो उसमें ऐसा है कि देखिए ये बहुत इंप्लीमेंटेशन इसलिए था कि गवर्नमेंट के पास सारे इनपुट्स ऑलरेडी थे या होने चाहिए थे और होते ही हैं इट वाज गवर्नमेंट का होता क्या उस गवर्नमेंट के साथ उस समय एजे था अरविंद जेटली है ना उस गवर्नमेंट के साथ प्रॉब्लम क्या था कि इट वाज एसेंशियली एलिटिस्ट एंड एरोगेंट वो लिया था ना कांग्रेस से आई एम नॉट डिफेंडिंग कांग्रेस वाज आल्सो लाइक दैट बट कांग्रेस के साथ ये था कि बिकॉज मनमोहन सिंह वाज देयर पढ़ने लिखा आदमी था वही मूव टू इंस्टीट्यूशंस one great thing about relying on institutions is that they give you real feedback because they have all kinds of mechanisms to gather data like NSOs National Sample Survey Organization etc. Now what this government did was, and that was pointed out right in the beginning, even before that midnight celebration, lots of economists have already said that GST in the manner in which it is being implemented is going to be disastrous given that this country is already in a severe monetary shock. So it was earlier 15 lakhs, then they reduced the slab to something else, and they are again reducing or increasing or something. And they're constantly doing it like this. This is one of the points. There are various other points. Like for instance, 28%, 18%, 10%, that has been constantly moving without any economic rationale, right? Normally what happens is that any good economy, any stable economy of the size of India, is a very large economy. So what they do is that they give the investors, foreign investor, domestic investor, a certainty of a path of next about 5 to 10 years. So that they can, because the huge investments are involved. So somebody makes a huge investment, he knows, okay, for the next 5 years or this product, 18% will be the GST on it, and therefore pricing and other things they calculate. If you keep on changing, that is a very bad thing to do for the investor. Investor doesn't know whether to invest here or not because every 6 months they change it. And that is what has happened with the GST. And that is the reason why much of the FDI that is coming to the country has gone into already existing enterprises, not into new enterprises. Therefore, not generating new employment, not generating new goods and services, not creating new technological possibilities. That is another spin-off of a bad implementation of GST. but that वो भी चलो खत्म हो गया है ना. Okay, all done and dusted. They finally somehow won the elections. Now India is doing well. Now there's no doubt about it. My worry is for the future.
Before you move on to the next topic, if you could extrapolate on 2 points. The first, that we left out of GST. The first one is how, in the manner of the technical specifications in which the GST was to be submitted, was changed more than 50 times, as long as I followed, in the manner in which GST is to be submitted. The GST returns have to be submitted to the government. Changed more than 50. I think it would have gone substantially higher now. It was changed more than 50 times. First it was you have to submit every quarter, then it was done to every month. And
then there was either quarter or monthly, you see, and that is continuing. Even now some people say that we will submit only quarterly, others say we will submit monthly. जैसे कि आप दोनों कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? And so there is a chaos, and that chaos
point is how much of it was a shock to the SMEs, small scale enterprises, small and medium enterprises, which employed 87% population of India. 87% population of working population of India was employed in small and medium scale enterprises. When you implement something is GST, which is basically rationalizing all the taxes, you are effectively giving an edge to the corporate, which has higher corpus or higher capital available.
Right.
The shock of that.
लेकिन भाई राजा, मुझे ना उस बात पे बार बार हंसी आ रही है. वो टीजे कहाँ है यार? I'm sorry, but that was fucking hilarious.
सर कर्मा
बेकार में हम लोग इसको डिफेंड करने लगे.
अच्छा, मैं खुद बड़ा गिल्टी फील कर रहा था यार. मुझे लगा कि यार
टीजे भी तो अपने आप को ऐसा खुला काम कर रहा था कि कोई वापस उसको दे ही नहीं सकता.
नहीं, वो तो ठीक किया उसने. लेकिन वो पूरा एपिसोड मुझे बार बार याद आता है ना, बड़ी हंसी आती.
किस नाम से तेरा इसका तो नाम भी नहीं है.
कैसे इसको गान का मालूम, तो पता नहीं कैसे.
It's okay. Let's not go there. It's okay. So I'm sorry for being back now. Full. Yeah. Full, continue, please. तो मेरा जो concern जो है ना अभी, concern is now more on the future. You know that in the coming years, तो जिस प्रकार से हम जा रहे हैं, the country has a lot of money undoubtedly. Today, if they decide, they can give 50,000 rupees to every month.
By the way, I posted this link from the World Bank referring to ease of doing business report. This is from 2018. And it does cite that GST was a major contributor for the vastly improved ease of doing business in India.
See, World Bank and IMF are frankly speaking their policy recommendations. They have Indian economic elite or economic policy makers have never relied on them, and usually with a pinch of salt, and if not totally ignored it.
Fool loves IMF apparently.
Sorry?
Fool loves IMF.
Yeah, right. So we don't really take it very seriously. It is for Pakistan and Bangladesh to take it seriously. We don't. Ease of doing business, as we see it as Indians, as even the pro-government people say it, we are nowhere. We have to go. बहुत काम करना बाकी है इसमें. हमारा बहुत ही बुरा हाल है.
I think the thing that this government did well is prioritizing SEZs. SEZs have really kind of made investment into India a lot easier.
No, this government.
Actually,
I mean,
exactly.
NMZs it came up, but still the rate didn't go. That's why the NMZs never.
Yeah, that's a huge problem actually with the whole concept of this. Like in fact, more successful were the earlier models, Mr. Raza, if you remember.
Yeah.
Like the Daman, Diu, and etc. That is where this. They made it tax-free havens for 7 years, so the corporate knew for 7 years they don't pay any taxes, so they happily invested in those areas. So earlier possible, but these ones are unfortunately terribly implemented. Either government is not in control of them, or the government is not aware of it.
Somehow this government is very much against giving those such tax rebates. No state has been awarded the special category, something like that, which.
Yes.
They have,
which is very surprising, when the world was buoyant about India, is right time to lure them, bhai. I mean, sari dunya dekh rahi thi, India is rising its story. Okay, fine, give them tax rebate, let them come in.
No, but the thing is, I think they have, as long as there's, for example, like with iPhone, right? Apple wanted to enter the Indian market for a long time, but the problem was that all the manufacturing was in China. And one of the major things I think the Modi government did a great job in is saying, hey, look, we'll give you these tax rebates, we'll give you these incentives if there's a certain level of value added, manufacturing that is taking place. And we see that more and more with with iPhones. As long as there's a certain, I'm just making up a number, but let's say $2 billion value.
I don't know if you know this statistic, nameless, that Indian government is paying out more than it is earning per phone to create those jobs.
Yeah, that's going to happen for the short term, right? You're going to have to, in order to get investment into the country.
Mr. No Name, that is the general story. I tell you what. See, I'm not going to name, but the person is on Clubhouse and occasionally comes. And he said here, right in front of me, he said that he's a BJP guy. And he said, we have done a terrible job of making India. He said, my client came. And he said he wanted to set up some new company, and he said he came he was asked to fill a form, and he said the form was in the form of a book of 118 pages. Now this is the element of bureaucracy, and he was ranting, he was raving bad.
I'm talking about something completely different. I'm not talking about the bureaucracy. I'm just saying that the fact that the Modi government has given a pathway for major tech companies like Apple. Obviously, Samsung had a presence in India before that, but 25% production from India as a result of a scheme.
Wait, Mr. Nolan Saab, this has been going on past 20 years, right? We have been inviting foreign companies to manufacture in India. No, it has not worked except for a few cosmetic things. Nothing has worked. For instance, Redmi, Xiaomi. Wait, I'm giving an example. For instance, Xiaomi makes all its phones in India. It's probably made in India. All that happens in the Gurgaon and four other centers is that's what they claim, okay, and that is the condition. So otherwise, the Chinese products are banned. So what they do is that they bring the parcel and assemble here, right? And in terms of, I'm telling you, see, I'm not saying nothing has happened. Of course, India is a growing story, and even if I become the Prime Minister, it will keep growing, despite my failures and foolishness, right? So I'm not saying that India is doing great and nobody can stop it. India has a destiny because it X number by X ways and reasons. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that we have missed on a huge opportunity. When the world was going gaga over India's story कि भाई इंडिया का जमाना है, ये है, वो है, हर जगह पे जहाँ भी आप देखो, all over the world, we missed that opportunity. So a country like, I'm talking, say 10 years back, a country like Vietnam, it is not even a democratic country. I mean, like Vietnam, Thailand, they can cash on it. Malaysia, they can cash on it. We couldn't. We still are not able to. iPhone is a very cosmetic kind of thing. Real manufacturing. Wait.
Even Tesla.
Tell me.
Semiconductor semiconductor manufacturing. Tesla Motors is...
Where? Name the place where it's semiconductor manufacturing.
There's a plant being made in Telangana, there's a plant being made in Karnataka and Gujarat and Maharashtra.
You're talking to that.
I can get you this.
The document has not been signed, David. How can the plan be? They're talking about it.
The construction has started.
Only 4.
Right outside Hyderabad, the construction has started.
No.
Yes. Oh, come on. Okay, I'll give you this information.
Who gives you these stories? Who gives you
this is TMSE.
Exactly.
This is TMSE, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. What do you mean?
Baba, Taiwan, you know what it is? The biggest chip manufacturer in the whole world. You understand that?
Yeah. So what?
Why the hell would they come to me? It's a strategic resource. A strategic resource. That is why the whole world is fighting over Taiwan. Damn it! Why will they come to India? Why will they come to India? Who told you these things? यार कहाँ से लाते हो भाई ये खबर?
Okay, hold on. Let me give you this.
अरे यार भाई मैं बता रहा हूँ ये बात है कोई हाँ ये अरे बात ही नहीं हुई है यार MOU नहीं साइन हुआ है क्या बात कर रहे हैं यार वो टेस्ला को बोल रहे थे उसका MOU साइन हुआ नहीं बोला प्लांट बंद ये नथिंग you consuming bad sources एक जनरल थंब रूल फॉर एवरीबॉडी मैंने जब भी सोशल मीडिया में कोई आप रोड देखे ना तो आप प्लीज उसका देखें ये सोर्स क्या है it should be a newspaper of repute or any newspaper of anywhere in the world because newspapers have to go through 3 tiers of things because otherwise the registration will be cancelled. Don't go over blogs a lot. Sorry.
Forget semiconductor manufacturing. India doesn't have a proper facility to test semiconductor manufactured chips.
Exactly, and the only one that we have in Mohali that caught fire, that is a 150 nm or maybe 200 nm. When the world is talking about 4 nm, 4 nanometer. So
we have one more chips are not the small. Most in-demand chips are not in the small nanometer fabrication range. Most in-demand chips are actually the larger ones that you use in, vehicles and other less sophisticated means.
Those are 20 technology.
Chips that the latest ARM architecture chips that are going to be in the latest iPhone, right? The demand for chips.
Name me one IC, one chip, one microprocessor that is made in India.
This is what I'm telling you is that the construction is on for this.
Don't tell me those 5 timer chips and all. No, don't say that. Right?
So,
anyway.
now you're shifting.
All capacitors resistant.
But you're shifting the goal.
No, I'm not. You said
that the argument is whether or not there is a plant that is under construction, construction. The fact of the matter is, yes, it is.
Mr. Nolim,
if you say the fabrication, the nanometer, the fabrication amount, so not the amount, what is I forget the word. But
anyway, I know.
Right. If you say
architecture?
Yeah.
No. I'll tell you what happens. I'll tell you what happens.
3 millimeters.
I'll tell you.
5 nanometer, etc.
No. Understand? There's one design, right? Then there's a fabrication. There are only 3 or 4 fab units in the entire world, right? Samsung has one where it was Eximor things. Intel has it where it makes Intel thing. Part of it is made in China also. There's one in China which makes MTK and there's a Taiwan thing. Taiwan is the biggest one, it supplies 90%. India's only semiconductor chip was made way back, I think 3 decades back in Mohali, which had caught fire and it was something like 200 nm, right? So it was basically makes those small things, 5 fabric diamonds will come for 5 rupees a piece. Anyway, the story is not that. Understand, fundamentally, we're not trying to defeat you, right? There's no war going on. We're trying to understand. So please, when Raja says something, I say something, Fool says something, don't take it like we are against you. No, nobody's against anybody. We just try to understand. Yeah.
I understand.
No, because the way you argue with a certain anxiety. Don't have that anxiety, right?
No, not so thing. No anxiety. I think that there's no other desire other than just to discuss the economic realities. excuse me, whatever the case may be. But I think the point I was making here is that you guys seem to not really agree that when it comes to as far as manufacturing is concerned, that it is Make in India is, and I'm not even talking about Make in India necessarily at this point. What I'm saying is that the fact that iPhones, which were once almost entirely manufactured in China.
Anyways, okay, continue. So see what the point that point that I'm saying I very successfully put, which most of us agree, is that this government has wasted major opportunities from 2014 onwards till today, where it could have utilized. Now there may be problems. Obviously, government doesn't want India's harm. Government wants to do better and wants to prove itself. But there are problems that the government is unable to overcome, and that is a huge handicap that I see this government is facing. And this is not my voice. This is the voice of the people who were on the board of the RBI, right? So these people have voiced this concern that we are unable to make it. Made in India has just become an event. Nothing has happened, right? So the problem is right now is we are a rich country. The country has a growing power, undoubtedly. That is why we are able to feed 80 crore rupees for free, just like that, right? Point is that 4 years down the line, 3 years down the line, when other economies have recovered from the COVID shock, which they felt to a greater extent than we did, right? Primarily because we do have still thriving informal sector, right? Then in that competitive environment, will India will be able to be in a position of being a grand India story, or will be relegated back to the 80s or 90s? Because other countries are not stopping. They're missing no chances. Even a small country like Vietnam or communist country, you look at their manufacturing sector. Almost 80% of SSDs and wait, let me finish. 80% of the critical storage devices used in computers are made in a small country called Thailand, which we know for its beaches, than for industry, or in Malaysia, or in Vietnam. These three countries. India's one state is bigger than all these countries put together. Why aren't we able to get those investments? Why is Seagate not manufacturing hard disk here? Why is Crucial not Samsung making hard disk here in India? Or any of these things? So these are the questions that worry us. Why? Because we live here and it concerns me.
No, I 100% agree. And for what it's worth, I'm in India. I come and go from India. But that's besides the point. The point is that I think that since Apple's increased presence in India, it's a watershed moment. There are more and more, technical companies that are coming and setting up shop to manufacture value-added products in India. Now we can disagree on that, as a overall point for whatever reason. But when we see the growth of electronic manufacturing over the last financial year, compare that to Vietnam. Although India is behind in electronic exports compared to Vietnam, which is a much smaller country, I agree. The rate of growth that India has is significantly higher than Vietnam has. And I'm of the opinion that it's just a matter of time before India does become a hub for manufacturing. Not only for,
No. I have grown old in that, yeah. It's been
we are not even manufacturing the PCB. We are just assembling.
Yes.
So
exactly.
Trying to claim that India is exporting electronic.
No. Or does it, even in near future, because I don't see anything coming up.
We don't even manufacture the PCB for that.
Right.
Hello guys.
Hi Mr. Client. Greetings of the day, sir.
अच्छा तो ये प्राणी यहाँ बैठा है मैं इसको इतना ढूंढ रहा था इतने टाइम से ये यहाँ पे बिल्ली बन के बैठा हुआ ये रोमियो नाम का बंदा
ये किसका रोमियो ये भाई भाई साहब ये झोला ढक्कन लेके जा रहा है अपने घर, थक गया है, देख रहे हो आप इसको बॉडी लैंग्वेज।
बिल्कुल। तो वो एक बात बता, तुझे लगता है तू इस पैनल में सेफ है ना? चल मैं तेरी बात मान ले तो तू यहाँ पे सेफ है, लेकिन जाने का रास्ता तो एक ही है। रास्ता तो एक ही है।
किसका बचा हुआ खाना खा रहे हो जाइन जी?
अरे मतलब यहाँ तो सेफ है। यहाँ तो चल तेरे को अपने पल्लू में कोई देखो मंजू राजा भाई देखो कबाब टिक्के निहारी कोरमा खिला देंगे, पाए वाई खिला देंगे, ग्लिच तो तेरे को तेरी लाइफ में ग्लिच कर देगा। लेकिन एक बात बता, इस पैनल से बाहर तो निकलेगा तो रुक जाओ, रास्ता भी एक है। मैं बात करें
नहीं, मैं नहीं जाऊंगा, बाहर नहीं जाऊंगा।
क्या हुआ? पटरी पटरी
नहीं ठीक है, हम अपने घर जा रहे हैं यार, देख रहा हूँ झोला डंडा लेके जा रहे हो।
इसको तो बाद में लपेट लेंगे। आप बताओ सर क्या चल रहा है? मैं भी इसमें थोड़ा सा कुछ ऐड होगा।
बढ़िया यार,
इंस्पायर्ड हो
सेमीकंडक्टर चिप्स के ऊपर बातें हो रही है। एनी कंट्रीब्यूशन?
कैसे बात हो रही है? इच्छा नहीं तुझसे बात करने। बताओ राजा भाई के लिए चोर मंजू क्या टॉपिक चल रहा है, जरा मैं कुछ बात करो। और मैं थोड़ा मैं भारतीय हूँ,
उनका नाम मंजू है सर, मजनू नहीं है।
इंडिया ग्रोथ स्टोरी इन सेमीकंडक्टर।
पर मेरी एक निवेदन है, क्योंकि मैं एक भारतीय हूँ और मैं चाहूंगा कि मैं हिंदी में बात करूँ और हिंदी नेटिव लैंग्वेज
जो ये उसी में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
क्या
इंग्लिश में मत बोलना, इसे समझ नहीं आते।
नहीं, मैं हिंदी में बात करता हूँ। मैंने अपना एक वो चला रखा आंदोलन टाइप, हिंदी में ही बात करूँगा।
ठीक है,
चाहे कुछ भी बात हो मैं हिंदी में बात करूँगा। क्या टॉपिक आप मान लो, बात क्या कर रहे थे वैसे?
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स।
ये आपके ऊपर जो बैठे हैं ना उनसे पूछ लीजिए, वो बता देंगे ठीक से। मिस्टर नो नेम वो जो बल्ब सा डिफ्यूज बल्ब सा नहीं दिख रहा आपके ऊपर, जैंट सा ऊपर असल ऊपर नहीं, बगल में आ गए होंगे जिन के बगल में अच्छा इसके बगल में, वो बताएंगे। वो आर्ग्यू कर रहे थे कुछ। उसे छोड़ो, वो तो बात आएगी
भाई, वो तो इंग्लिश में, उसको तो छोड़ो। ये गीगा चैट जी बताएंगे जिनका नाम नहीं लिखा।
कैसे बैठा हुआ है यहाँ पे, मैं देख लो, ये इसने पूरे नाम पर कम कर रखा पूरे क्लब हाउस में। यहाँ पे दिल्ली विल्ली बन के बैठा हुआ है। इसको लग रहा है कि मैं बड़ा सोफिस्टिकेटेड है, 4 पॉलिटिकल बंदों के साथ बैठ के। हमें है तो भाई इंजीनियर हमें लगता है कैसे करता है तो वही गवाह। अच्छा ये बंदा मैं कच्चा है, इसके बारे में परिचय देता हूँ। जो
थोड़ा सा परिचय देते हैं आप लोग को। मैं बता दूं, मेरे बंदा रखा हुआ मेरे इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए।
मैं बता ये बंदा मेरा दोस्त है सुबीर, उससे नहीं पता में पैसे मांगे सुबीर से। हाँ ठीक है, पहली बार के लिए तो बताओ सुबीर का क्या प्लेस।
मैं चेक कर रहा था सुबीर का यूपी से।
उसके बाद दूसरा बंदा है मेरा, ठीक है। अपना सुबीर से पैसे मांगे, दूसरा बंदा बता उसको ये कार्य नहीं करता है, ठीक है। तीसरा ये है कि तीसरा ये बिलोंग करता है हासी से। हरियाणा के अंदर एक छोटा सा है हमारे पूरे मैप में हरियाणा दिखता है, कि वहां से लोग, ठीक है। ये हासी से बिलोंग करता है, जिसके आंखों के नीचे गड्ढे पड़ रखे हैं, डार्क सर्कल्स हैं, इसके बाल बहुत कम है, नाक के बराबर, इसका कुछ हार्मोन इम्बैलेंस चल रहा है और ये नवरत्न के लगाने सोच रहा था।
मैं आप जाएंगे तो परिचय दे देता हूँ। आप लोग इसकी फोटो से देख सकते हो। इसका जो मुंह है इसकी छाती से बड़ा है, राइट। इसकी जो टांगे है वो इसके कंधों से चौड़ी है, ठीक है। इसके इसके बाइसेप्स से बड़े हैं, ठीक है। ये जानना परिचय से। इसका लो टेस्टोस्टेरोन है। इसने खुद भी अपनी मेडिकल रिपोर्ट क्लब हाउस पे लगाई थी, किसी को देखनी है तो काफी वाइडली अवेलेबल है। आई शुड गो, मैं भी लगा दूंगा। और इसके अंदर फंक्शन का भी सर क्योंकि मैंने यहाँ पे बच्चे बाप पे बात नहीं करते।
टूट जाएगा, है ना? और इसलिए परिचय दे देता हूँ मैं आपको। आदि मैं बता दूँ मेरी ज़्यादा फैमिली पॉलिटिकल फैमिली में तो वैसे ठीक है मेरा वो ठीक है, वो सही है, मतलब हम तो किसी को दोष नहीं दे रहे, नहीं मैं बता रहे हैं क्लास जो मर्जी अपनी ऐसी तैसी का रिलेटिव्स, उससे मतलब नहीं मेरे को बेशक हाँ मेरे रिलेटिव्स में है जो पॉलिटिकल में है वो वैसे ही भाई। अगर तू इतनी बड़ी पॉलिटिकल फैमिली से ये बता कंट्री के होम मिनिस्टर का नाम क्या है? भाई मैं इस लाइन का हुई नहीं, मैं तो अपना एक्टिंग फील्ड में हूँ। भाई मेरे है ना, मेरे वो लड़के हैं ना पॉलिटिकल लाइन में, एक तो काउंसिलर है तो आपका क्षेत्र से वार्ड से, और मतलब भाई हमारे देश के प्रेसिडेंट का नाम बता दे। तुझे क्या करना है यहाँ के प्रेसिडेंट का नाम? तेरे को बताओ, मैं यहाँ पे कुछ चल रहा है तो भी मैं ऐसे लोगों से ना मिलता रहता हूँ भाई। मैं मतलब भाई इंडिया में कोई भी दो स्टेट के चीफ मिनिस्टर एक मिनट बहुत बड़ी पॉलिटिकल फैमिली से है ना भाई, बता दे। नहीं मैं बता देता हूँ भाई। इतना इजी मत पूछो, इतना टफ क्वेश्चन मत पूछो। इनसे उत्तर प्रदेश की बात कि संसदीय लोकसभा क्षेत्र के नाम पूछो, आराम से बता देंगे। अरे सर पूर्वी उत्तर प्रदेश की अखिलेश इसकी नाम ही ऐसी अखिलेश यादव जैसे। मैं बता देता हूँ, तुम्हारी अपना बस वही उठना बैठना है और अपना ऐसे लोग। अरे आप मेरे बड़े पॉलिटिकल फैमिली से हो, ये बताओ जो भी पार्टी सत्ता में है वो कितने सालों से सत्ता में है? पहले तो बात कंप्लीट करूंगा, फिर उससे पहले तो बोला तो बोलता रहा लेट तो भाई जब भी इलेक्शंस होते हैं कुछ होता है तो रैलीज में जाते हैं, आई नो व्हाट रैलीज होते हैं, तो हम इधर उधर आए जब तो चाय में करती है शाम को 7 बजे के बाद हम लोग की बात करती है, मतलब भाई के साथ हम लोग तेज हम की 40-45 प्लस वो वैसे वो लोग सारे तो अपना तो उतना बेटर तो बस साथ ही जाता हूँ। एक भाई है वो भाई है कौन सी पार्टी से भाई? सतीश और भाई बीजेपी के हैं और ये अपने सारे भाई ये तो भारत का मतलब है बाहर, बीजेपी का तो कोई वर्चस्व नहीं है दिल्ली में भाई। पवन राठी जितना पूछो, पवन राठी अभी काउंसिलर है, देखिए वो हमारे भाई हैं, ठीक है, और वो तुम्हारे क्या गाँव के हैं, तो मेरे को मत बताइए बातें, मैं दिल्ली का लोकल होता हूँ भाई। अगर मैं पॉलिटिकल फैमिली से देश के प्रेसिडेंट का नाम बता दो वो भी बताऊँ उसके लिए नहीं बैठा तो भाई ऐसा सर्कल भाई। चल तू इतनी बड़ी पॉलिटिकल फैमिली से है ना, जिस स्टेट में तू रहता है महाराष्ट्र के चीफ भाई तो जिस लाइन में तू उसमें अगर कामयाब है तो वो बता दे, तेरे को हमने कभी बॉलीवुड में देखा हो तो बता दे। भाई मैं क्या नहीं कर रहा, मैं सीरीज कर रहा हूँ, अभी हरजाल सिंह की मैंने कहानी करी है, जलंधर का साथ करा है, बंजारा गाना करा है, रणबीर कपूर के साथ ऐड करी है, कितना कुछ है यूट्यूब पे। तेरे पास क्या है बता, जब तो बोलेगा
Okay, so which one does which one does okay, that's my one. Okay, so shout out to Daro.
Shout out to Miha and Mama.
أنا وحكي إمادي نادي محمد عمر الشيخ مرسل. That's my name. No, that's me.
Wait, you say what?
نادي محمد عمر الشيخ مرسل. That's me.
Sharmuto? Did you say Sharmuto?
No, I said Sheikh. Mursal.
Oh, it was real close.
No.
No, for the person that asked for the type of syrup.
Did you say Sharmuta? Hello?
Yeah, Sharmuto.
No ops. No cops.
No. Honeys? Is it honeys or gunnies? Honeys.
Are you Jewish? You got something? You got a chicken bone in your throat?
Hey, yo, somebody get him up out of here. Sarah, I like.
Please come home now.
Did they say that?
Yeah,
Let me remember. What was the context?
I don't know.
It was like 3 hours ago or something.
3 hours ago. What the hell?
Yeah. What the hell?
About Islam or about what? About your friends?
No. You didn't even ask me. Like, you didn't even ask me.
I forgot. Wallahi, I wish I could remember, but unfortunately my fish memory cannot serve me well.
Yeah, you got a fast memory.
Yeah. And there's a guy, he's very good. Like, he wanna marry me.
You really?
Somebody wanted to marry you?
No, listen. Then who's then? How are you, man?
Good, how are you?
Who are you?
So.
I'm eating popcorn.
Huh?
I'm eating popcorn.
Okay, enjoy your popcorn, man. I mean, seriously, like, he told me I want to marry you, and he only knew me for 3 days.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Did you fuck him?
No, I don't know. I don't know if he's rich or not. I don't think so, but at least he's honest, you know?
He's honest? Are you crazy? 3 days? He might not even floss his teeth.
Give it the chance, X-Maj.
He told me he wanted me. He wanted to meet me and meet my dad.
Ah, Leo, welcome.
And he's serious about it. He's dead serious.
Yeah, serious till he gets laid.
And I told me not to talk to guys. So, sorry, I can't.
Don't trust him.
Why not?
Why do you have any reason to trust him? Because he said these things? People say things all the time that doesn't mean shit.
معرفش ربوا هذاك يموت. Okay, X-Maja, what so where from where was he like from?
It's not. I'm not gonna give you that because you know him. Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, just tell me the country. Just tell me the country so I can.
No. I'm not telling you anything.
Hey,
wallah. Country, like what the fuck?
And I keep telling him. Don't put expectations. We might not work. I told him like just don't put expectations.
Oh, so you're not really interested in him?
So, yeah, she's not.
I keep telling him, please don't put. Okay, we're gonna meet. I just giving him a chance, but
he's gonna dump your ass.
Because at least he said he's gonna marry me. I mean, he was serious and honest, like unlike other guys. So I said we can meet if you'd like to.
So I think when you said we're just gonna meet, I think he's from UK, from Jordan.
No, he's not here or there. No, he said he will meet me in Jordan. This is what he said.
Oh, so you can get laid in Jordan.
So he's probably an Indian who works in Dubai.
Man, he's not rich. Believe me, I'm pretty sure he's not rich. I'm pretty sure. You know, I didn't ask, but I'm pretty sure he's not.
Yeah, only like 1 in 100 are rich, so he's probably not rich.
Yeah,
no, man, Indians cannot be rich.
That's not true. There's some rich Indians.
And he's younger than me.
How old?
Oh, تجا محمر هذه عالي. Okay.
That's crazy. I mean, what the hell? I told my mother one day, she was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Younger guys be having a crazy energy, I mean.
Seriously, I mean, I don't know. There are many guys, but what the hell, I mean.
There are like so many guys. Yeah, I agree. What the fuck? Most of them are like sexually they're like sexually frustrated. Yeah. But you know, anyways, like the thing is, don't trust him until he proves that he is an honest guy.
How would I test that? I mean,
yeah, you're just gonna meet him and like you see if he was I don't know, a good guy. Just tell him to come to your family.
No, this is what he wants. This is what he said.
Meet him. What if he's a serial killer?
This is what he exactly said. This is what exactly he said.
But and that was like shocking for me. I mean, that's why I'm gonna give him a chance, because to be honest people who just go directly from the door, I mean, why not to give them a chance? I mean.
I mean, yes, give him a chance.
Yeah, but give me a chance. I mean, I'll slay that pussy for free, and I'm rich.
No, well, I don't care about money.
What are you looking for?
I'm not looking for anything. Wallahi.
You don't even know what you want, Wallahi?
Smaja, he just said something bad. Like, do you want me to remove him?
What?
Then.
I didn't hear him. To be honest, I didn't hear something bad.
Fortunately, it's okay. Just carry on.
What's the bad thing he said?
I don't know. He said something about pussy. What?
Did you call me a pussy?
No, I said I would slay that pussy.
Who? Who's pussy?
I'm saying your pussy. I would fuck your pussy.
You spank your wife's pussy, okay?
Songs or killing is. Yeah, I know. If we're going to start at one, we might as well start at the very first one. So, in Genesis,
let's get started.
In Genesis 1, what does your target say created the world? Allah. Allah.
Allah.
I'm not a Muslim, bro.
Allah.
Well, if you
let's all just chant Allah. Come on, everybody.
I know what the Targum say. You know what the Targum say created the world?
The Targum.
Okay, which?
He's just wrong. And it could be the case that he wants to say he's right, and he can argue with that until he's blue in the face, argue about that. But I'm saying, no, it doesn't matter.
Take me out to the game.
Take me out to the Bulls game. If she doesn't play with my balls, it's a shame. For it's blow once, two sucks, you're out at the old Balls game.
Yo, well, I'm happy for you, Jim. That sounds tight. You're tight. How tight is he?
It's definitely not loose.
Fucking double cock ring this guy. This guy goes double ring. Oh shit, that's Dwight.
Rafi, I heard somebody talking some shit about you the other day.
Really? I congratulate them.
They were wondering why they let you get them so angry. Then they realized that like they're the idiots for letting you get them angry.
100%. 100%. And I love it. Totally. You know what it reminds me of? Liberals. You should have told them. Ravi must have guessed you're a liberal.
They were talking about how you used to sell like balloons or flowers or some shit when you were poor.
When I was poor, I'm always poor.
Oh, you're still family?
I'm still trying to sell flowers and balloons.
Holy shit.
But the problem is, I blow the balloons up myself, right? Like, I don't have that nice gas. Like, I use my mouth.
Uh-huh.
Like, if you have a big order, I need like 2 weeks in advance because I need to like, start blowing them up.
It's like the dollar store.
Blowies at 2 a.m. just to blow. I'm gonna do nose candies and blow up balloons all night. You're a fucking caricature. You're not real.
Is that your dog, Rafi?
It is.
What is that, a Siberian Husky?
No, it's a miniature husky.
Is it like...
So, you know what I do with this dog? I pick up girls and I fuck them for all the people that are mad at me.
Where do you pick up your bitches?
Okay. I just need to take that dog with me. They come. This is a real pussy magnet. Don't you dare. After you gave me shit for the date when the pussy magnet's getting you that ass daytime.
Rafi, I got to ask you a question. I want to know if you think I fucked up or not. I was dating this Bosnian Muslim chick, and she was really hot.
Yeah, you fucked up. Yeah.
And my point is like I broke up with her. I canceled our date because I realized like I'm paying for all these meals, and I'm not getting any intimacy. So it's like, I realized, I told her, I was like, I think we're just repeating a pattern. I think, maybe we're not a good match for each other. She's like, what?
I want to ask you, before you continue, how many meals did you go through that before you realized it?
Well, I stooped her on the second day, but she reversed backed it out, and then even after I stooped her, she put me back on the friend zone. And then I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to keep buying this girl dinner. Like, I'm just going to stop seeing her.
The 23-year-old? You did everything correct.
No, she's 30.
Oh, what happened to the 23-year-old? God bless you. But the problem is, you see, after you stoop, first you get laid, then you go out for dinner. Because you can always present the dinner idea in her head, get her a little wet, fuck her, and then you take her. So she doesn't get wet. Then if she's not fucking you, she doesn't get dinner. It's like her reward. Like, a dog. If you tell a dog to sit, she sits, then you give her the treat, right? You're not going to give the dog the treat and then ask her to
Yeah.
just picturing.
So you're saying fuck first, dinner later?
No, on the first one you need to break. No. First, you have to go, you did everything right the first one. First, you go out for dinner. Buy some food to blow her away. Get her high on the dinner. On the second date, you fucked up by going out to dinner again first. Second date, you fucked her, then went out on dates. Right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, to just kind of blow some food air in her direction. Dan, did you ever drive a motorcycle?
Yes.
You know how it is? One down, all the rest are up? When you switch gears?
It's been so long, to tell you the truth. I haven't done it since I was a kid.
Okay. So when you ride a motorcycle, the first gear you pop it down, and now all the other gears you're popping it up. So same thing on a date. First date you take her out for dinner, then you fuck her. Second date you fuck her, then you take her for dinner. Remember, that's like riding a motorcycle.
Honestly, it's a master plan. I don't think it could go wrong.
How do you view the fact that when you take a girl out that you met on Hinge or Bumble, she's already in communication with 500 guys, and she's probably slept with other guys?
Dude, so what?
What, a little dicklet's gonna...
Yeah, so what, dude? Man up.
So what?
No, it's the point that I believe that women are essentially feeding themselves and using their dating apps.
Zen, we have a saying in women's speak, which is called "dicks are plentiful."
Oh yeah,
which means that there's a lot, like, women fuck who they want, men fuck who they can.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
If you're thinking, if you cut out the dinners and you think that you just want to have sex, then go find someone who just wants sex. But some women want relationships, etc. They all want a different form of something.
No, you're right.
And you're cutting her off with the dinners. Okay, fine. But then she's just gonna move on to someone who.
No, I agree, but Rena, the point is, I cut off the dinners, and the fact that I don't want to see her anymore. She's so difficult to even plan a dinner with, and she's so just utterly ridiculous.
You should have been, because I told you should have been planning to fuck her first.
She's from the streets.
No, she's from a concentration camp. She's from Bosnia.
Oh, she's definitely from Bosnia. Oh my God, she's from the streets for
Yeah.
Listen, Bosnians even better because they're they come from nothing. So when you even take them out for a coffee, they should be sucking your dick. But no.
Well, I agree, but anyways, I think you both answered my questions. Rena really clarified it for me when she said that women are really the ones who choose who's fucking in society. Because
So I'll explain to you. I'll tell you something truthful, Zach. And this is very true, and Rena can probably back it up if she understands what I'm talking about. Guys can fuck almost anything. A woman to fuck, she needs to have some sort of emotions or feelings for that person. So when a man kind of cheats, it's not really cheating because a man just fucks it and goes home. A woman, when she cheats, she actually builds emotions with her partner, whoever she's cheating with. So that's a little bit different. So when a woman cheats and a man cheats, are a little bit different, even though it's both cheating. But a woman has to have the feelings for it. So that's a little bit more freakier because once she starts to get feelings for another man, this is fucking done. A man doesn't need feelings to fuck. A man just fucks. And then he goes home and he can love his wife still. Even though he just finished in another broad. and he's actually like nothing. Yeah. It's not oh boy, Michael. It's life.
Well, it's mostly true, but there are some women that can have sex without feeling as well. It's just rare.
Yes, but these are already fucking damaged women. I'm sorry to say. 1 second.
No, I don't think they're damaged, Rafi, but they're just unique. Anyway.
Rena, I get the feeling though that like for a man to have casual sex and not have any emotion attached to it really is also in a way like means that he's not attracted to that person, where it's opportunity and it's not necessarily, you know, attractive emotion.
Zan, I don't need to be attracted to from whoever's sucking my dick, because I have a beautiful saying: from the top of the head, they all look the same. Remember that. So you don't need
From the top of the head, they all look the same. What the fuck?
Yeah, from the top of the head.
It doesn't matter who's sucking your dick.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's disgusting. I like quality dick suck.
Well, Rafi.
Yeah, if she's polite. Yeah, if she's polite and takes her teeth out, puts it on the counter, and then
dentures. Yeah, remember the dentures need to go.
Exactly.
The suction is a lot better. When they suck through their teeth, air kind of penetrates. Not the same.
I'm just saying, how can you not discriminate when it comes to...
What are you looking for? Are you looking for something casual or a relationship?
I'm looking for a casual relationship, meaning that like I'm looking for the casual sex within a common relationship, which is, you know, basically I'm looking for somebody who's very attractive, who's good in bed, who's intelligent, who's not a total, you know, dunce, and that's it. I mean,
Okay, let me ask you a question, Zan. Do you have money?
I'm not a millionaire, but like, you know, I'm a millionaire.
Are you well off?
Yeah, I'm fine, financially fine.
Then, like most people in their circle,
What?
are you well off? Like more well off than the most people in your circle, or like in your age?
I am.
Like,
Nah, I'm just average. I'm just average. I'm not anything
it's
special.
gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna actually have to try to get that type of woman. I'm sorry to say.
But see, that's my point. Is that
you described a lot of things.
But the problem is even.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that even with that type of a woman, the social media influencer woman is like fully liberated. She's not settling down with anyone. Like they're. Yeah, they're psychologically.
But hold on. But why would you want to settle down with something like that?
I don't. I'm just saying in terms of hotness.
An example. No, but it's not an example. She is not an intelligent woman. A woman that sits on social media.
You guys are sounding like incels. Rafi's the only one who's providing you good advice.
No, I think Rafi gives great advice.
You guys are going in a circle. You're just trying to convince yourselves, because a woman that sits on social media all day long and kills her time because she's brain dead, and the only thing she can do is live off other people's stories. She's useless. Yeah, she's pretty. So that's not what you want. Just because you want smart, good looking, and what else did you say you want?
Listen, I'm just saying, you know, it's a question of discrimination. It's not really what I want. It's a question of filtration or filtering. I'm telling you, I know what I don't want, and I know what I want. But to capture what you want and to get that to stay a constant it takes a tremendous amount of energy to nurse that essentially parasite. And so, you know, what I'm saying is that opportunity cost or that sacrifice or that...
Sorry, what's a parasite?
A woman.
Rafi,
But I
don't
can't
understand.
Yeah.
I'm being facetious, for God's sakes, but what I'm trying to say is a relationship takes your energy away from you. Like the Bosnian girl that I was dating, I stopped seeing her because I was like, okay, I can't keep driving to you to buy you dinner and come home sad. Like, you're draining me. You're parasiting me. I was like, I have to stop this. I was like, that's why I said we're repeating a pattern.
But that's a you problem. You should have done that on the second date. You should have switched the game.
Well, I stooped her. You see, I stooped her on the second date.
I understand. But then on the third date, you You can't be repetitive. No
Exactly.
Same repetitive thing. They don't want the same position. They don't want to be fucked in the same position every time. They want to switch it up. They want something different. They want spontaneous.
No, I agree. I mean, that's the thing is, yeah.
So the problem is you were doing the same thing and hoping for a different result.
Yeah, I thought she was going to warm up. I thought...
No, but that's called insanity. When you're doing the same thing.
Well, that's why I stopped seeing her. It was painful to say no, but I realized I was like, you know what? Like I'm blowing this bridge up. Like I don't want to cross this bridge with this chick anymore because like what you just said is
honestly, I'll explain to you. When you're going for like anything that's a 9 and a 10 in broad kind of, let's say, I don't know who has what kind of scale and how you guys are be scaling, but if you're considering something 9 out of 10, like my 9 out of 10 might be a little bit different than your 9 out of 10. Because I'm like very, very picky. But I know the fact is because I'm very, very picky and I came to an understanding. My 9 out of 10, they're not going to be intelligent. If I get a 9 out of 10, I'm getting something that I'm going to control like a fucking puppet.
So when you say a 9 out of 10, I mean, my question to you is like, yes, there's the very hot, you know, but also the totally irresponsible alcohol party girl.
That's 9 out of 10 because when she is out, you can see like her attitude, she becomes more flirty. She starts talking. She becomes more open and loose.
Mm-hmm.
After a few drinks, she's dangerous because if I have to send her out with her friends, for example, that are single, she can cheat on me. So I don't set myself up for failure. I know where I put that one into which category. I keep her on the side. If I need, I call her, I take her out, I do what I need to do, and I send her back home.
Yeah.
And then you gotta, if you want the long terms, you gotta look for like a 7 and an 8 to wifey down.
So how do you think men become so delusional in fake relationships or basically not being a man where, like you said, I mean, after you're done with the horse, you put the horse back in your stall, you go into your house, and that's the end of the night, but you don't bring the horse back into the house with you.
Oh, tough.
Like what? It's social conditioning, isn't it? It's gotta be cultural and just basically it's gotta be societal.
If she is already so easily brainwashed by social media, imagine how many distractions are in the real world.
Yo.
Nikki in his house.
Okay, hold on. Guys, I'm gonna go open the room. It's just a group. You come in. I'm gonna go open the room. I'll ping you.
Okay. But yeah, imagine
Michael,
that.
Good?
Yeah, good. I'm still at the airport.
Okay, I'm gonna ping you guys. I'm in my room.
Okay. So you have to understand, like, if a girl is so, how to say it. Trust me, just, again, don't try. When you try to find something, you will never come. So just let it be, you'll know when it comes. Like me, for example, I was looking, and I was finding something fucked up. And I realized the faster I give up, the better it is.
The check this month. 5% of cash. I tell you what, I want to start a money laundering investigation of this son of a bitch and Obama. How about we do that? Let's make a money laundering investigation. Yeah, money laundering investigation. When he gave money to the Ayatollah, the biggest terrorist in the world. How do you get away with that? Come on. The President of the United States gives cash to a guy who spends half his budget on killing Americans and Jews. And it's okay. We just slide right over. You know how much money the sleepy, demented one there has given to bare minimum to Iraq since he came in, since Trump had him on the balls of their ass. Lowest amount is $100 billion. That's all the sanctions that he didn't enforce. Now, you don't even know all the sanctions he didn't enforce. I can tell you what. When Trump came into office, all of a sudden, within 2 months, program was pretty much broke. And the protest started, and I used to get, from MEK, I used to get weekly reports of what was going on there. And it started within 2 months. Because actually all Trump had to do is enforce the sanctions that for years Obama pretended to be enforcing and didn't. Then when he added his own, he crushed it. And, you know, they were crying to Kerry. Kerry was over there undercutting us, violating the law left and right, by basically telling them, don't worry, we'll get Trump out. And then we'll start to get you money so you can continue killing innocent people. Because that's what they do for a living. So the Trump trial is off now. We've got 7 jurors. We have no idea if they're Republicans or Democrats, which I think is outrageous. I don't know how the hell you make any determination about their ability to be fair if you don't know this is a political trial in every sense of the word. You got to know their political affiliations, and you know that. I mean, you know the people that, especially with Trump, the people that don't like Trump hate him. The people who like Trump love him. Like the people apparently in Washington Heights. Boy, that must have shocked the living daylights out of the Democrat crooks in New York. Right? You didn't even have to go up there and give them money. Or actually, they don't give them money. They get social programs for Washington Heights and they steal money. Yeah. That's basically the history of why those neighborhoods under Democrats remain with no movement while the Democrats are in office getting hundreds of millions for the inner city. Because it never gets to the inner city, it gets to the inner Democrat crooked politician. Or his fundraiser, or his mother, or his uncle, or his, you name it, my friend. I learned that somewhere around 1972 with the Model Cities Administration, one of the Great Society programs. I mean, among the other reasons that Lyndon Johnson was after the president is that the Great Society program went pretty much the place where all the money having to do with Lyndon Johnson went into politicians' pockets. I mean, Lyndon used to give out cash on the floor of the Senate. Look, this has been a corrupt political party forever. Republicans are corrupt too, but Democrats, you know where when Biden says we're systemically racist, we're not. They're systemically corrupt. Yes. Republicans are opportunistically corrupt. We get a Republican here, a Republican there, but the basis of the party was not inner city corruption. This party, the Democrat Party, was built on slavery and inner city corruption, which is why it's a completely amoral party, where you get people that don't seem to have even any regret about eliminating the lives of babies or fetuses or embryos or whatever else you want to call it. In fact, when they pass a bill like they did it under Cuomo to murder 9, 8, and 7-month babies, they wildly cheer. Geez, how about a little regret?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man.
How about a little regret? You know, they don't want any regret because they don't want any guilt. I know this. I know this con job for a long time. They don't want any regret because they don't want any guilt. It has to be all perfectly all right to eliminate a fetus. Perfectly all right to eliminate an embryo. Perfectly all right to crush the skull of a little baby in the womb. Or if you're the governor of Virginia, maybe a couple hours after it comes out, if you're not happy about it. And who knows, it could get extended now. Bill Maher, right? Bill Maher, who used to say some of the craziest things in the world, right?
He's been coming around, hasn't he?
Right, he's been coming around.
Yes, he has.
I guess once you're crazy, you're always crazy. I want you to listen to this. This could be one of the sickest things ever said on American television. It could be one of the sickest things ever said on American television. Nobody cares.
What's about to come
come back for like.
Well, you want to take a short break, and then you'll have it all ready. You'll listen to the sickest thing ever said in American television. That should get him back. We're not hyping it. I'm telling you. I tell you what. When you come back and you listen to it, you tell me if you don't think it's one of the sickest things ever said on American television. Almost sounds like the Nazis.
Last night, didn't
it almost sounds like the Nazis, you know. We have too many people. We're going to have to limit the population to the ones we approve of. Thank you. You'll see. We'll be back very shortly. 1 minute. And I'm getting ready for my...
Oh, come back and do that. So what he said was shitty?
No, listen, just listen.
Okay, all right, don't get up.
Don't get all upset. You'll see.
Stop. Please. 45 seconds. Don't hit anything when you're done. 35. No, I don't. He's going to bounce nature when I come back. 20.
Welcome back. While you were gone, I had my balance of nature. Fruits, veggies. It's already taking effect. Notice how lethargic I was at the first part of the show.
Balance of nature.
Now you're going to see me get excited.
So this is where Giuliani goes on to sell his vitamin pills.
35% off, Mayor.
Come on, help us.
Help us.
Help us, help me. As well as them, and help you, and everybody gets helped. Right? Don't be stingy. Buy the damn thing. Try it.
It's good for you.
It's going to help you. We only give you things there like T2T.org. It's going T2T.org is going to help you. Can make you not feel guilty. You're not doing enough for our soldiers and our police. Because you're not. None of us are.
Speaking of T2T, Mayor, Frank paid off Detective Diller's mortgage immediately.
I know, and he also did the ones up in Syracuse.
Well, what a guy. Let me tell you
What
something.
a guy. The guy's a saint. Every time I say it, he gets all funny. But it's true. I mean, he's a modern day saint.
He really is. I mean, that guy is something.
So yesterday, Trump went up to the I call it the Alba Delicatessen. It's actually the Santa grocery store. Is that it?
Sana, convenience store.
Convenience store.
It's a bodega, but people outside New York don't know what that means.
Just so you know.
It's sort of like a grocery store.
It's a corner store. Where I'm from, people have no idea.
It's like a food store and
like a 7-Eleven without the gas.
Accessories and stuff like that.
It's like a miniature
A lot of
grocery
Spanish
store.
food. Santa convenience store. This is the guy, Alba, who was viciously attacked, killed the attacker in self-defense, and Trump's persecutor, Bragg, put him in jail for first-degree murder. Put him in a horrible prison. Horrible prison. Put him in a horrible, an innocent man in a horrible prison for a couple of days, which is okay. I mean, he was only in for 4 or 5 days, unlike the J6 people. They put in there to the point where they produce suicide, people who are having depression. And what they do to the J6 people is a little unusual.
To minimize the amount of asylum seekers. It presented a bill to minimize the amount of asylum seekers that can come into the country, and yet again it was shot down by the Republican Party. So here's the thing: if you guys want to talk about bills that were in Congress, it wasn't a bipartisan bill. It was the closest thing to a bipartisan bill on the
point I'm trying to make is they put him in the insane jail. It's called ENTC. This is where every male goes: murderers, gang members, rapists. So they put
they didn't vote. And I feel like I'm literally listening to a news
newscast. I've heard that exact phrase. This is the most bipartisan, greatest immigration bill ever, presented to the Congress. I feel like I've heard
Because
that
the Republicans touted it that way.
Yeah.
No. Because 90. Because
hold on, 1 second. One mic. We got Goat in the queue. He's patiently waiting. We got Thomas, and then we got Matt. All right?
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I gotta interject. 90% of that bipartisan bill was gonna go to funding for Ukraine and Israel. I mean, so it wasn't a border bill. This was a bill for Ukraine and fucking Israel. Okay, and they just stuffed a little shit about the border into it and acted like this was the freaking grandiosio bill that was going to save the fucking border, which it wasn't. It did. The whole entire portion of the border bill, so many requirements had to be made in order for that bill to fucking even get any money for those people.
Tell them about the taxes.
Go ahead, go, let's go.
Yeah, this is strange. So the Israel Ukraine money is about to be passed this week. So we're going to get the Ukraine-Israel money.
That ain't going to get passed either.
It is. They're about to vacate Speaker Johnson. Don't you follow the news?
Let the man speak, man.
Don't you follow the news to be the leader of Debate the News? This is why they want to oust Speaker Johnson. He's bringing up the Ukraine and Israel bill. You don't even follow the news, and you're the head of Debate the News. It's amazing. I did have a question for Dr. Responsible. And,
actually, Jonathan is the head of Debate the News. Just for clarity, Jonathan is the leader. Okay?
Cool. Okay. Dr. Responsible, it's moving Manfinity. I'm going to cede some of my time and then take it back at the end. You keep talking about this bill. Can you tell the people what was in the Republican bill? People would like to know.
That part.
No, it's a serious question. What was in the bill? Do you want me to tell you what it was, what it's called, so you can Google it?
Yes, CRT, BLM, LGBTQ, DEI, Israel, Ukraine, and all your other Democrat lies and bullshit. That's what's in every fucking one of these bills, bitch.
What do you mean? You gotta recognize that you're not bringing it
What's in the bill, Manfinity?
Manfinity's out to lunch right now. He's probably eating dinner. He got Papa John's. And
I'll reclaim my time. I'll reclaim my time. Dr. Responsible, what's in the bill, since you guys are touting the bill?
Oh boy, go.
Ew.
Let's pass it to Thomas. I saw him raise his hand. Thomas, let's go.
Yeah, Thomas, let's go.
So they don't know what's in the bill. Okay, so I'll take my time back. If anyone's interested, it's HR 2. That's the bill.
Ooh! What a subject matter expert.
What's in it, so people...
One thing that was in it was the fact that they couldn't, at any time, the president or the federal government could reclaim the powers back to themselves and take away pretty much everything that was in the bill based on their version of an emergency. And I'll tell you what wasn't in the bill. Anything close to the Remain in Mexico policy, which is the only way to actually stop the spread of the southern border. Thank you.
That's bizarre. I said,
weird.
That was in the bill?
No, I said I'll tell you what wasn't in the bill.
Oh my God. In the Republican bill. I'm asking you what was in the Republican bill.
It's like a mile long.
Doctor Responsible, listening comprehension is very important.
So they don't know what's in the bills. As someone said, it was a single party bill. It was not bipartisan. Why in God's name, if you have the two branches and the Democrats control 2 out of 3, why in God's name would they not insist on a bipartisan one if they control 2 out of 3? This is classic Republican politics.
We're not looking for a bill.
Okay,
you guys
this
are
is
the ones
classic.
saying we should
This is
classic. We're going to wait 6 months to a year.
Of course you're going to wait, because it's not. See what he said?
Because we're not.
See what he said?
We want to get what we want, not have to compromise.
You see what he said? You see what he said?
Exactly.
It's not a priority for them. It's not political.
We're not going to make a shitty bill.
Never mind.
Hold on, one second. You got, hold on one second. What is the thing that you guys are highlighting? If you guys want to just debate, I'll give you 2 rounds. I give you 2 rounds if you guys want to debate a specific topic. Is there something you want to debate, Dr. Responsible on? Go.
Yeah.
If not, we'll go to Thomas.
It's the fact that we're supposed to now because you said so, or the news said so, or the Democratic Party finally decided to even look at immigration after 3.5 years. By the way, there hasn't been anything until right before this election. And you're asking us, and making it seem like, oh, the Republicans don't even care about this because you brought